great pleasure and immense pride that we extend our warmest welcome to each one of you for the third International Conference on Technological Advancements in Computational Sciences 2023, hosted here at Amity University in Tashkent in technical partnership with the IEEE Kazakhstan subsection. We are proud and feel blessed to put forward another milestone and accomplishment by Amity University in Tashkent in the form of third edition of this prestigious IEEE International Conference. Amity University, a global center of academic excellence, is honored to host this event today under the blessings and visionary leadership of our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, sir, that we have embarked on a journey of exploration, innovation, and discovery of global collaboration and research. We also wish to acknowledge with gratitude the inspiring and dynamic leadership of our respected Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, sir, our Honorable Trustee, Mr. Amol Chauhan, sir, and our Group Vice Chancellor, Amity Universities, gracing us with his presence today, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, sir.
Students and all participants here. The first edition in 2021 at Amity University in Tashkent of the same conference meant a lot to us. It was a new beginning in Uzbekistan. And the second edition got us delegates from all over the world. Last year, you were a witness to that conference as well. We had workshops, research papers, and research scholars coming from all other countries also. And Amity fraternity also joined us. Today, here we are with this third edition of ICTACS conference. And this year, 2023, we are filled with more commitments. We are filled with more research coming from all research scholars and contributors. So all of you, a big round of applause for Amity fraternity, for the research scholars who have made research a way of life. We have a respectful presence of Honorable Rustam Karimjanov, Deputy Minister, Ministry of Digital Technologies, Republic of Uzbekistan. We welcome you, sir, in the Amity family. We have our guest of honor, Professor N. Varghese, Director, CPRHE, UGC, Government of India, former Vice Chancellor, NEPA, Ministry of HRD, Government of India, ex-Director of United Nations IIEP, Paris. Sir, we are thankful for your time and your presence, and we heartily welcome you to Amity campus. And all the students, it's a special day for you as well. We have with us Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, Group Vice Chancellor, Amity Universities, who has been guiding all international campuses of Amity and has been the agent of new Amity era, establishing Amity all over the world as well. We also have with us Mr. Babur Abdullayev, Director, Amity University in Tashkent. Dr. Naina Chaudhary, First Deputy Director, Amity University in Tashkent. Mr. Furkat Mukhidinov, Deputy Director, Administration, Amity University. And with them, we also have some special guests coming from other universities also. We have rectors here. We are going to be joined by them in panel discussion. We are introducing them to you. Mr. Bakhtiar Makamov, Rector, Tashkent University of Information Technologies, will be joining us. Mr. Jamshid Inayat Khodajav, Rector, Turin Polytechnic University in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Mr. Muzaffar Jalalov will also join us from INA University. We have Mr. Bahadir Ayupov, CEO, IT Park University, Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Mr. Nasir Khojaev, Rector, Tashkent International University of Education, Tashkent, Uzbekistan. And we will be also having our panel discussion with them. Professor Dr. Prashant Jamwal is also with us, and Mr. Raj Sandhu, CEO of Bikal Technology, is also with us. We welcome all of them, and with them, we welcome everyone here who is part of media, students, and authors as well, who are not just in this auditorium. We have the same conference going live on Amity channels also, and we do have faculty members and students joining us all over the world. Thank you so much for being here. We invite the students to welcome everyone on behalf of Amity University in Tashkent, Uzbekistan.
Ladies and gentlemen, our traditions inspire us. They make us feel strong and connect us to the divinity. Going by the tradition of Amity to invoke the blessings of Almighty, to present our gratitude and prayers, we shall have the lighting of the traditional lamp now. We now invite the dignitaries to please come to the stage and join us for lighting of the auspicious lamp. Honorable Deputy Minister, Mr. Rustam Karim Junov, Professor N.V. Varghese, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh Sir, Mr. Babar Abdullah, and Dr. Naina Chaudhary ma'am. We welcome to the stage. Can we have a big round of applause for our special guests? For the information of the House, lighting the lamp is a symbolic and revered tradition in many cultures and ceremonies. It represents the illumination of knowledge, wisdom, and dispelling of darkness and ignorance. As the flame ignites, it signifies the beginning of a significant event or occasion, invoking blessings and inspiration for all the participants. The act of lighting the lamp is a powerful reminder of the importance of enlightenment and the pursuit of knowledge in various aspects of life, be it in education, spirituality, or cultural rituals. With the lighting of the lamp, we are sure that the light of learning shall become stronger for all of us. With all of you, we wish to invoke the blessings of Almighty and wish to put our prayers to the deities, a successful realization of Amity vision of education. We request the dignitaries to stay on the stage for the national anthem of Republic of Uzbekistan, and we wish all of you to stand up for the national anthem of Uzbekistan. Thank you so much. I request the dignitaries to take their seats.
Let there be light of prosperity, wisdom, and togetherness in Uzbekistan, in India, and all over the world. With these prayers and this salute to the great nation, we move ahead in this conference, and we have the privilege of inviting our director. It is a privilege for us to invite Mr. Babur Abdullayev, Director, Amity University in Tashkent, a dynamic, humble, and focused leader who loves innovation and talks about innovation. We kindly invite him to deliver a welcome address, and we also request you all to please welcome Mr. Babur Abdullayev on the stage.
Thank you so much, Dr. Praveen. Dear guests, students, and partners, I'm really happy and privileged to see all of you today for this great research conference. This conference is already Amity University in Tashkent is organized third time. And I'm sure that during 3 days, all of you will get a lot of great knowledges and news and new trends in the field of ICT and computerization. I prepared my speech, but I don't want to use it because in the morning I saw love in the eyes of students, how they were energized that this type of conference is going on here in their university, in your university, because it will bring, as founder president of Amity always says, it will bring Amity to the world and world to the Amity. And on the other hand, as our Mr. Shermatov, Minister of Digital Technologies, Mr. Shermatov, and the President of Uzbekistan always says, get the global knowledge, but save your national identity. So this is exactly two things what is going on now. I'm very privileged that this type of big research conference we were able to do with all our faculty members, staff members. I welcome all the guests who are present today. So many people came from abroad and ready to deliver their keynotes, ideas, new trends. Starting from the ministers, Minister of Digital Technologies, Minister of Higher Education, and all the ministries who are supporting us as a university. And of course, leadership of Amity University, who Dr. Singh, in the face of Dr. Singh as a group vice chancellor came himself to greet all of you, and the great blessings from the founder, president, and chancellor of Amity University. I welcome all the guests, rectors of other universities who are present here to share this great day with us and share their knowledge. In the panel discussion, we'll discuss about new IT trends, which is available now for the students. And I welcome all the students present today who are ready to get the new things, knowledges from so much high-level dignitaries from abroad. Dear students, of course, in my speech, I want to address you especially because whatever this university is doing, it is done for you. But whatever you will get from it will work for your future. So you're spending this time here, let's say 3 days for this conference. Try to get as much information, as much knowledge, as much new trends which is available to change your future. You never know which events will make a difference in your life. So maybe this is your conference. I'm now trying to address to each of you that each of you, if you get enough good knowledge, you will be able to become good specialists and then stand here and tell your ideas and bring this knowledge to the next generation. But now I will request all of you to be very patient, but get a lot of great things. Because after me, Dr. Nainaf, our first deputy director, will inform about the conference. We have a lot of guests who are ready to bring and give you the best knowledge available in the world. And not many universities, I'm so sorry, rectors, but not many universities are able to do such conferences. And not many universities sometimes call their students also. But we really want you to get it. We really want your eyes to shine. Thank you for one more time for coming and joining us, all the guests and students. And I one more time thank all our staff and faculty members who are working hard day and night to organize all these conferences. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Babar Abdullayev. Amity Education Group, Amity Universe, has accomplished heights of achievements and it has a reputation all over the world now. The global outreach has been successfully led by our respected Group Vice Chancellor, Amity University's Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh. In the recent years, which is a very special thing to mention, he has added an exceptional accomplishment to Amity by successfully leading international conferences, which are sponsored and supported by international journals, publication houses in all international campuses also. And it's a privilege for all of us at Amity University in Tashkent that we have his presence with us. We request you, sir, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, Group Vice Chancellor, Amity Universities, to please come to the stage, present the welcome address, and also motivate all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, with a huge round of applause, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh.
Dreams are very important in life. Ambition is very important in life. Energy is very important in life. Enthusiasm is very important in life. And when you see so many enthusiastic, inspired students, you feel so good that years back, what you thought with the leadership of Uzbekistan, when the Prime Minister of Uzbekistan, when the Honorable President of Uzbekistan, when the Honorable ICT Minister of Uzbekistan, they came to India, and our Honorable Founder, our Honorable Chancellor, our Honorable Trustees, we all met them. And we were told that, why don't you come to Uzbekistan to create a world-class university? And we came here with one commitment, with one passion, that we should add the value in the life of all of you who are here. So give yourself a huge applause to all those who are present here. Amity is a dream of your founder, our founder, Dr. Ashok Chauhan, who was not only very successful entrepreneur in Europe, but he wanted to bring education revolution in the entire world. So from industry, he shifted his focus towards education to create world-class universities, which can make a difference in the life of hundreds and thousands of students across the globe. Today, all of you, you should feel so proud that you are a part of a university which is one of the largest universities of the world and the best one in the entire Asia. You should feel so proud that you are a part of the students who have got their presence across the globe. Amity is today having 16 international universities and campuses across the globe. We have got 175 acres campus in United States of America. We acquired St. John's University. We are the only Asian education group which has got a strong presence in UK. We are the first university from Asia which has established and has got a university status. And if you happen to go to London, we are next to the British Museum. We are at the Bradford Square. We have got a university there. We have got exciting and very inspiring campus in Singapore, where quite a few of you have visited, the students have visited, and their rector has also come here. We have got a university in Dubai. We have got our campuses in Abu Dhabi. We have got our campuses in Netherlands. We have got a campus in Mauritius. We are opening 2 more universities in Canada and in Melbourne. Rather, next week, I will be in Australia, where we are collaborating with one of the leading Group 8 universities, Monash, and offering the programs there. But why I'm telling you this? Because the vision of your founder was that we should be able to create a university which should be able to give global employability to the students. And this was the commitment of our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, who initiated and who laid the very strong foundation of this university by personally coming here and committing to the government that we will create a university in Tashkent which will not only give degrees, but will be able to link the students with the industry. We did an aspiration survey, and last evening also I was talking to the students and to the faculty members. And one thing which I see amazing in the students, which I see that all of you possess, is that all of you want to become successful. About 60% of you want that you should be having a global career. I met about 8-10 students who came to India. If they are here, they can raise hands. I think that you were in India in Sangathan. All those students, yeah, come here quickly. Come on stage. Come. All those who came, they came to India, and believe me, they brought a message of friendship. They brought a message of inspiration. They brought a message that Tashkent students are very disciplined and they are amongst the best in the world. They represent you. Give a huge applause to all of them. They represent you. I was checking with your very able rector, Mr. Babar, whom I know from long, and a very able academic leader of this campus, Dr. Naina, whom we know as a brilliant administrator, that how they are trying to build a world-class research environment at MIT University. We are really honored with the presence of our chief guest today, the Honorable Minister, Mr. Rustam. And the more I read about you, Mr. Rustam, Mr. Babar, last evening when we were taking dinner, was talking about you, that how passionately at such a young age, you are bringing a change in the economics and in the ICT structure of the country. Give a huge applause to him. But I think with all what we have seen that all these young students, when I was talking to them in India, and today when I was talking to the students, unanimously, all of them, they were saying that we love our university, MIT, and we are looking forward that we should have a global career. I often say that leadership matters. And leadership matters because leadership gives you a vision. Leadership gives you something which you will remember for not decades, but for centuries. So when yesterday I was talking to the students, one of the students said that I have an ambition that I should be taking admission in one of the Ivy Leagues in United States of America. Compliments. But that is the reason that we brought someone who has studied at one of the best universities, Mr. Amol Chauhan, to lead this university. He's not only your able trustee. Give a huge applause to him. He's sitting in India, watching all of you. But himself a product of Harvard University, where he did his software engineering. And like all of you, you have got dreams to be successful. He wanted this university under the leadership of our Honorable Chancellor and respected founder to create that kind of infrastructure which should make not only your parents who have got dreams for all of you to become successful, but the Honorable President and Prime Minister and ICT Minister of this country, for whom we have the highest respect, feel so proud that the commitment which they gave to the people of Uzbekistan, we have been able to fulfill. So my request would be that today, when we are organizing our third research conference, which at any scale is the biggest research conference which any university in Uzbekistan has organized. Also give applause to your parents. Give a huge applause to them who are sitting at home and who with lot of faith and confidence have sent you to MIT University. As a part of our commitment to Uzbekistan, to Tashkent, we want that we should be able to create many events. And today, when I am here personally, on behalf of MIT family, we are gifting you a lot of things. First gift which we are going to give you is that we will be working very closely with the industry. I know, and Mr. Babar was so enthusiastically sharing with me that last few years, the first career fair which any university in Uzbekistan has been able to organize is your university. Give a huge applause to your university. The largest hackathon which anyone has been able to organize at Tashkent was MIT University Tashkent. Give a huge applause to your university. And Dr. Naina was telling that the largest research conference which anyone has been able to organize with IEEE is your university, MIT University Tashkent. Give yourself a huge applause once again. We'll not stop here because we want that each one of you should be globally employable. Our objective is that it should not be that you are looking for $300 or $400 job, but to make you globally competitive. Today, if we look at the salary of the graduates who come out from the US universities or from the UK universities or from Australian universities or from good Indian universities, the average salary of a grad is somewhere about 50,000 US dollars. We want you to become so competitive that you should be able to compete with them. And yesterday, I had a privilege of talking to a few alumni, and we are starting a alumni chapter from this year. And it gave me so much satisfaction that young boys and girls, 3 years back, who were 19-year-old, when we see them today, many of them, they are running their own companies. One of the girls, right, whom I'm trying to meet, I was informed that is running a company which has about 1,000 people employed. That is a power of education. That's a power of the brand MIT. And that is what we were trying to do. So as a part of our gift, our first gift is that you people should work very closely with the industry. So last evening, with your very dedicated faculty members, and my heart goes to all of you, and I bow in front of all our faculty members. Give a huge applause to them. They have worked day and night for this conference under the leadership of Dr. Naina. But we are going to create the first case center of Uzbekistan. It will be here in your university, Case Center, MIT University, Tashkent. Give a huge applause for yourself. And this case center will work very closely with the industry. And I can see large number of people from industry. Mr. Sandhu is sitting here. I can see SEZ people, STPI people. We will be working very closely with them. And we like to create cases which are relevant to Uzbekistan. And then trying to give you an opportunity to work with some of the global brands of the world. So this is the first initiative we are going to take. I think multidisciplinary research is very, very important. Second initiative which we are going to take is AI, data science, machine learning, along with economics, commerce, management. We are creating MIT Center of Interdisciplinary Research. So any one of you who wants to take up internship abroad, or who want to work with research center, or who want to work on the new innovative technologies, you can come to us and we will be able to give you this direction. So this is the second initiative we are announcing. The third initiative we are announcing here is MIT Innovation Design and Research Center. Again, this center will focus on providing you an opportunity to interact with some of the leading brands of the world. The fourth center, which we are trying to provide a new direction to the government of Uzbekistan by working hand in hand with them, is going to be MIT Center for Economic Policy Analysis and also MIT Think Tank Club, which will work on looking at that which direction the economy of Uzbekistan is going and how we can help you to grow further. I have been told that more than 276 papers are being presented in this conference. We received somewhere about 800 papers, out of which we have selected these many. There are a number of case studies which are being presented. Case Center UK is a partner of this conference, and large number of people are supporting this conference. I can see also the presence of some of our very able academicians and academic leaders from India. Our very good friend, Professor Verghese, who is one of the most respected names here. I can see our colleagues from other Tashkent universities. I remember that when we were creating MIT University, we went to Tashkent University of Information Technology and met their rector, who not only helped us, but also told us the in and outs of the education university. A very warm welcome to the rector of Tashkent University of Information Technology. I can see rector of Turin Polytechnic University in Tashkent, and our very good friend, rector of Inha University, with whom we collaborate, we work very closely. I can see CEO of IT Park, with whom we signed an MOU, and we want to work very closely with them. We can see rector of the Tashkent International University and rector of Kimyo International University, Uzbekistan. I also want to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Rosie from Malaysia, Dr. Prashant from Nusaybria University, and Professor Yarza from South Kashkan University, Dr. Rajinder, Dr. Rubani, and many others who are supporting this conference. This will not be complete without mentioning the support which we have got from administration. So thanks to Mr. Furka for helping, and to all those who have made this possible. But remember, dear students, Tashkent University is as good as your smiles are. It is as good as your inspirational level is. We will only be successful if we will be able to give you a good career. So from today, we will also be starting up a global career center, because last evening when I was talking to the students and with the faculty, one thing which I found was that all of you want to have wonderful career and you want to work with the international companies for your internship projects. And many of you go abroad also. So through our Global Career Center and through our various campuses, we will create internship opportunities, apprenticeship opportunities, and opportunities for all of you. If you want to study abroad, we will be able to help you up. With all that, and with my own conviction that this university is not only going to be the best university of Uzbekistan, but is also going to play a very important role in the times to come in the world. We pray to God that all of you become success stories. You keep on smiling, and may the life of yours will always be full of happiness and fulfillment. May God bless each one of you. It's such a privilege to speak to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of wisdom and encouragement. And thank you, dear students. Thank you. A conference of this magnitude, ladies and gentlemen, featuring over hundreds of research papers, and bringing together a diverse group of researchers and faculty members has been the result of countless hours of meticulous planning, logistics, coordination, and effective communication. Dr. Naina Chaudhary has been the driving force behind this remarkable endeavor, and it is with great pride that we invite her to take the stage for the opening of ICTACS 2023. Let us put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Dr. Naina Chaudhary, First Deputy Director, Amity University in Tashkent.
Thank you. Good morning, respected Group Vice Chancellor, sir, Honorable Minister, Professor Varghese, sir, and all respected guests. On behalf of all faculty, staff, and students of Amity University, Tashkent, I welcome you all to the third edition of International Conference in Technical Partnership with IEEE Kazakhstan section. With great pride and immense pleasure, aligned with the vision of Honorable Founder President, Sir, Honorable Chancellor, Sir, and under the guidance of our Group Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Singh, Sir, I am charged with the responsibility of raising the curtain from the conference proceedings of this conference. Please give a huge round of applause for the conference proceeding inaugural of IEEE Conference ICTAS 2023. I'd like to share the brief history. Under the guidance of Group Vice Chancellor, sir, we were organizing conferences in all our campuses across the globe. We organized conference in London, Dubai, Singapore, all conferences. In 2019, when this campus started, and I was charged with the responsibility, and I was given this opportunity to organize the IEEE conference in Amity, Tashkent. And there was hardly any institution from which I could take any reference because no such conference was organized in Uzbekistan by then. There were no university, no institution that had organized IEEE conference. I submitted the proposal to three sections. And from all three, I got a response that this is not the relevant section for this conference. And then Singh sir connected me with few people, and through them, I could find Kazakhstan section from where we got the approval. And for the first time in Tashkent, IEEE conference was organized in 2021. Can we have the glimpses of all conferences? 21 was the COVID time and we organized the conference in online mode. However, it witnessed the submission of 700 papers and 200 papers were presented during the conference. In 2022, last year in October, the conference was organized in hybrid mode and it has witnessed the publications of more than 200 papers. In 2023, when we announced the conference, we received an overwhelming response from the authors from all over the globe. There were participations from the authors from Malaysia, Iran, US, UK, everywhere, and we received more than 800 papers, from which, after the rigorous review by our technical committee, we have selected 258 papers, which will be presented over 3 days in 24 tracks during these 3 days. Can we have the list of tracks? The conference will have a case session, a panel discussion by the rectors and the paper presentation. We are very grateful to some eminent personalities who have agreed to be the part of this conference. It is a pleasure to be the part of this August gathering. His Excellency, Mr. Manish Prabhat, will be joining us soon. And the other guests, we welcome them all. Deputy Minister, Mr. Rustam, First Deputy Minister will be joining us online. The sessions, all 24 tracks, the sessions will be chaired by the experts in the area of computer science and IT. These are the list of tracks, 24 tracks with 10 or 12 paper presentation in each track. There is a lot of learning. Research gives rise to new education, and research and education goes hand in hand. We hope that you learn a lot through these 3 days, and the learning from the research would be immense, add to your learning in the university. I welcome you all, and I'm very happy to be the part of this conference, to lead this conference, and I'm thankful to the team of Department of IT, which is supported immensely through the whole process, which has been going on over the months, and it is the culmination of the efforts of all these people. Please give a huge round of applause for the team and our Group Vice Chancellor, sir, who has led this vision. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Naina Chaudhary, First Deputy Director, Amity University in Tashkent. Of course, any conference, be it here, online, or anywhere in the world, is never possible without efforts which come together. Thank you so much. Now, we have the privilege of inviting our special guest, addressed by Honorable Mr. Rustam Karimjanov, Deputy Minister, Ministry of Digital Technology, Republic of Uzbekistan. We are proud to share that he has been among the leaders in Uzbekistan leading this revolution of digital technologies. Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Thank you very much. Dear ladies and gentlemen, students, dear guests, first of all, Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Uzbekistan. We are, as a Ministry of Digital Technology, very glad to see all of you in Tashkent, especially in Amity University today. And no doubt today's conference, international conference, is very important and vital for Uzbekistan. Just when I was coming by car to this conference, I was thinking like when we were applying for university at our time, only 1 out of 10 people could enter university. Out of 500, 600,000 school graduates, only 9% could enter university. And the quotas were so much limited, and the tests and the variety of universities were so limited. Only government universities were available at that time. And it was very difficult to apply to international universities abroad because of the ecosystem we had. Today, I'm privileged to speak in one of the international universities, which has 17 campuses around the world. It's top university. Today, more than 45% of school graduates are able to enter university, which means 1 out of 2. And very interestingly, that half of it, almost half of it, are international or private or mixed, and etc. 66 of those 200 universities has IT faculties, which shows the interest and which shows the priority of our country to IT sector. So why I'm saying this to the students today, they are lucky ones. So at our time, we would be not having this kind of academics, this kind of conditions, this kind of professors, and this kind of conditions in terms of academics, in terms of management, and in terms of having good knowledge and skills. So it's very important also to have this kind of conferences, not only for students, also for professors, because for a long time, long period, a lot of our professors, especially in our sphere, they had no chance to visit and have this kind of conferences. Now these conferences are happening in Tashkent, in Uzbekistan. So I just wanted to thank all the organizers and all the leadership team of Amity Group, and leadership of the Amity Tashkent, and all other guests today attending this very interesting conference. And as Mr. Babur said, the director of Amity University in Tashkent, you should take the chance and use it at max. Whatever you do, you should do it 100% or don't do it. So it's very important to achieve some goals in your life. You have to do it or 100% or don't do it. Or go to sleep or work hard. So it's very important. And it's just my advice as one of the youngest deputy ministers in the Republic of Uzbekistan. If you are doing something, you should do it by your heart, and you do it 100%. So just wanted to congratulate all of you today and wish good luck to all of the conference members today. And at the end, I just wanted to say all innovations and technological advancement happen after research. No research, no innovation. No research, no technological advancement in the world. And all the papers we have seen in the list are very advanced subjects, very applicable not only in Uzbekistan nowadays, but any corner of the world. Any advanced countries like United States, Europe, or whatever country who is leading in IT, innovation, and technology. So whatever you are learning these days will be applicable not only for Uzbekistan or your city, but will be applicable throughout the world. So wish you good luck to take max out of this conference. And one more time, thank you for the guests coming and taking this moment, spending your time in Uzbekistan. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for introducing us to a young Uzbekistan, which means a lot to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the leaders who are leading Uzbekistan to this new era of this Yoshla revolution. Now we move ahead to invite our next speaker, next guest as well.
Amity University in Tashkent wholeheartedly welcomes our guest of honor, Director, Center of Policy, Research and Higher Education, UGC and Government of India, former Vice Chancellor, National Institute of Education, Planning and Administration, Ministry of Human Resource Development, former Director of United Nations International Institute of Education, Planning, Paris. Sir is currently also Distinguished Visiting Professor of Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay. Dear sir, your presence has added a distinct richness to the scope of our discussions. We wish to invite to the stage Professor N.B. Varghese for sharing his enriching thoughts with us. Sir, please.
Thank you, Amity, for inviting me to this august audience. It's a great honor and proud privilege to be amongst all of you. Friends, it's a great honor in a different sense. I think the students are the beneficiary, or the students should be very proud of the fact that very rarely you get an opportunity to study in an international university. Universities by very definition are national in character. And the international universities is a new phenomenon that is emerging because cross-border mobility of institutions is a phenomenon of this century. And therefore, you should be proud of the fact that you got an opportunity to study in a global university. As it was pointed out by the Group Vice Chancellor, respected Group Vice Chancellor, previously, the focus was to develop skills for national development. Now the orientation is to develop global skills. And where else you will get an opportunity to do it better than in a university which is global in its orientation and in its character. I had a chance to visit 3 of the campuses, although Amity has a large number of campuses, 16 or 17. I got an opportunity in Delhi, Dubai, and this one, What I find is the level of activity, enthusiasm, efficiency, and its capacity to relate with the local environment and industrial structure. These are very important dimensions where they not only look into the students while you are students here, they also look after you in your post-student life. That is very important. Technology has made a substantial change in the world, in our day-to-day life, and in education. And previously, we used to have a situation whereby there'll be a centrally decided syllabus, curriculum, and a syllabus, and the students are supposed to follow it. And if anybody raises any questions related to this syllabus, you are questioning the authority of the university. You are questioning the university itself, which is not permitted, which is considered to be indiscipline. Today, there is a concept called entrepreneurial students. We are familiar with only entrepreneurial universities because the universities will change according to the changes which are required in society, looking into the future of the students, the post-study life of students. I emphasize the fact that it is not the student life that is important for a university. The post-study life of a student in different ways where the universities do not have any control are very important from this point of view. So essentially, previously, the system has changed to a new situation whereby the students will say that they will study only what they like to study, not what the university prescribes. The credit transfer systems that are coming to existence in the world is an important dimension or important direction in which this change is taking place. Why? You can be in one university today, but you can opt for a course or a semester in another university, a course in another university within the country, or a course, online course, that is also because of the technology in another university. So this is changing. So it is essentially what is happening is that the responsibility and is shifted to the students. The onus is shifted to the students than the teachers. Today, the teachers are students have more information than the teachers very often. That's also due to the technological changes that are taking place. So the role of the teacher is also changing. It's not perhaps the person with the know-all. That is not the role of the teacher. It's as a facilitator to discuss. And many a time, the technology-oriented education or classroom practices, or no, it's not called classroom practices, teaching learning processes, what was considered to be very dear and near to us are taking place at home or outside the classrooms. Perhaps what is happening in the classrooms is only discussions based on the documents which are distributed. So my point is that the technology is changing and it is changing in different ways. And what is also important today is that what is said, I will make a statement. The statement is that the universities will not exist the way we know them. I will repeat what I'm saying. The universities will not exist the way we know them unless they change. And all universities are changing. It is very important. Universities have one characteristic that they refuse to change. They propagate change for others, but they refuse to change for themselves. But technology has made this change very substantial in the 21st century, especially with institutional mobility and also program mobility that you find from the MOOCs and many other programs which are coming. They are changing, forcing the universities to change. If they do not change, they do not survive. What is also equally important is that many a time it is the teaching function which helped many of the universities. And if you talk about the private universities, in major share of the private universities globally focusing on teaching, because teaching brings more revenue. It is revenue generating, whereas research is not. And I'm very happy that institutions like Amity and many others, similar universities, but limited in number, are focusing adequately in research. Because in case, if you are not talking about research, you are not talking about knowledge production. And if you are not talking about knowledge production, we cannot talk about knowledge transaction effectively, efficiently, and which is very relevant to the societies, And when you have international campuses, there is also another articulation and change that is taking place. That is because how do you link, as I mentioned, universities are national entities. It is much easier for the institutions to link it with the national ethos, national working conditions, and national arrangements. But when you move to another institution as a branch campus or as an independent institution, your responsibility is to take the academic good things that you consider to be academically non-negotiable with you, but at the same time, align it with the country in which you are operating or the global context or the changing global context in which you are forced to operate, that defines the type of education that you get. And as a result of the technology, and the change that has come to is that many a time it is not only the long duration degree programs that are important for the universities. It's also short duration programs, which are more job oriented. See, because in the universities, there is always a traditional competition between what should the universities do? Should they produce knowledge or should they transact knowledge? And when you talk about knowledge, there are two types of knowledge. One is knowledge as knowing, the other is knowledge as operation. And many a time in the 21st century and the later part of the 20th century, the criticism against the university is that universities should produce knowledge that is operational. Unfortunately, many universities are not in a position to produce knowledge as operational because their faculty members come from a tradition that they know only knowledge as knowing. So a shift which is necessary, especially in the context of universities, when higher education is massified and universalized. When it remained as an elite system, one could confine only to center around the idea, center around knowledge as knowing. But when it is mass spreading, it cannot afford to do that. It questions the relevance of universities itself. And therefore, I'm happy that these type of changes are taking place and technology is making an important change. And if you want to remain relevant and competitive as a university, as an institution, promoting people who have the skills for the future, then we need to have change, introduce change, and that change defines the changes in the universities. And technology today is leading that change, and I am very happy that you are lucky to be in a university like Amity, which is leading this, playing a lead role in this process of making effective changes, not only in your life while you are a student, but also in your life after leaving the university. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. It means a lot to get appreciation from you. And the reason is that you know everything which is happening in research, innovations, and technologies around the world. Higher educations in India, higher educations in Uzbekistan are making a difference. And the difference is being made because of one reason, maybe that both the countries are driven by the young age, the Yoshlar revolution. In India, we have the young people. Here we have the young people. We are led by the young people here as well. So we are pleased to have your words, and all the addresses have also enlightened us a lot. Now this is time to present to you a different color of young Uzbekistan, new Uzbekistan, the Uzbekistan which is proud of its own culture, the Uzbekistan which knows how to lead in innovation and how to preserve the values. So we wish that you feel surprised. We wish that you appreciate all these artists also, the way the coder is an artist, the same way the people who love music and dance will also perform as artists. Those who know what is the code of capturing your attention and winning your hearts. Amity is known by its students, wherever they are. So, and who work tirelessly, be it the projects or be it the preparation for cultural performances. And it is a pride for all of us that we have become part of the culture of Uzbekistan, and we teachers, all educators, professors, may feel that we have a passport given by India, we have a visa which we got from Uzbekistan, but fortunately all professors and teachers have got the color of Uzbekistan and we know it very well. So this is one special thing. And the Indian color, the Indian pride is represented with the presence today in this conference. We do have our guest with us and he'll be coming to the stage just near all of you so that the cultural presentation is being presented just in his presence. His Excellency, Mr. Manish Prabhat, Ambassador of India to Republic of Uzbekistan. We heartily welcome you, sir, and we are thankful for your time, unending support, and a presence, a constant one with Amity Fraternity. Whenever we have events, you are always there. And it is such a right time. The reason is we talk about SEO summits, we talk about anything which is there. we know that we all are ready for that. So do we have, should we have Sir to address us? Okay. So the cultural performance will happen once we have. Okay, done, sir. So we will actually win your hearts first, and then we'll have this honor to have you on the stage, sir. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Amity students performing a Yangi and proud Uzbekistan cultural presence. On the stage, this is the track that is going to capture you coming from Uzbekistan. Please welcome the students of Amity University in Tashkent coming to the stage from both the sides and get ready for the cultural presentation. We don't need to ask you for clapping, you know. So this short cultural performance is coming up. They will take their positions. They will remember that they're representing themselves in an international conference. Yes, all artists, thank you so much. You will take care of the stage, the space you have along with the lamp. So do we have a thumbs up from all of you? Join your hands together and allow them to perform.
جد انور رخسار مهی انور این لعل لبد گوهر امان و نظر آمد این زلفی کجد انور رخسار مهی انور این لعل لبد گوهر امان و نظر آمد شکر گفتار این شمس و قمر رخسار تابان و نظر آمد این زلف کجد انور رخسار مهی انور این لعل لبد گوهر امان و نظر آمد
So much. So here, hello, hello. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I don't know who went speechless, but the microphone did. Thank you so much, artists. Thank you so much for being the representatives of Amity and the culture of Amity. A big round of applause from the side of students. Thank you so much. And now we do have the honor to have our guest, His Excellency Mr. Manish Prabhat, Indian Ambassador to Uzbekistan. We first wish to introduce you to him. He has been an integral part of Amity University in Tashkent since its inception. He has always been there with us in the campus, beyond the campus as well. As a career diplomat, Mr. Manish Prabhat has worked in different capacities around the world. He has been the Indian ambassador to the Republic of Uzbekistan since September 2020. He has served in the Ministry of External Affairs, New Delhi, and in India's missions abroad in Moscow, Yerevan, Washington, DC, Milan, and Paris. Ambassador Prabhat joined the Indian Foreign Service in 1996, and he holds a master's degree in history from University of Delhi. So it is our pleasure to have you here, and we respectfully invite you to the stage to address us and be with us. Please. A big round of applause in the honor and with gratitude as well. Sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste. First of all, I would like to apologize that I was late for this conference, despite my commitment to be here. There was a parallel conference of the transport ministers, and I had to represent India for some time, to be there. That's why I could not join the conference in time. So I hope that, I have your understanding with me. Director, Mr. Babur Abdullayev, Professor Gurinder Singh, Dr. Nana Chaudhary, Mr. Amol Chauhan is online. Honorable Rustam Karim Janov, Professor Varghese, Dr. Atul Chauhan, all my friends and colleagues, thank you very much for inviting me to join this important conference. I was told about this conference maybe many weeks ago by Dr. Naina, and she had told me this exciting prospect of having this IEEE conference once again, at your campus. I vividly remember that I was part of this conference last time also, and I'm very happy that this tradition has continued. You had success with that conference, and I'm sure that you are going to continue this. Today, I want to say that when such conferences of a very big international magnitude is organized, and with the base of this university in Uzbekistan, I can say that India is truly bringing the fruits of friendship and cooperation with Uzbekistan in the field of higher education. Friends, as you know that as per the directions of the leaders of our two countries, His Excellency Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and His Excellency President Shavkat Mirziyoyev, we had decided that the strategic partnership between India and Uzbekistan will flow in multifaceted directions. Economic, political issues, trade, investment, defense, security, cultural cooperation, everything is included there. And in the field of higher education, it is particularly important because Uzbekistan is embracing foreign universities, the best practices in higher education from every country, and to open the path of a very bright future for the youth of Uzbekistan. I see the youth of Uzbekistan here in very large numbers, and there is particular attention and there is particular demand for high quality education in challenging and newly opened fields like robotics, artificial intelligence, everything in IT, biochemistry, advanced research, computation, etc. And the Uzbek the Uzbek education policy, the new education policy is also opening itself to incorporate these new possibilities. We want to say to government of Uzbekistan that India is a very strong partner in this field, And Indian universities would happy to come here and collaborate with you. And I'm very happy that what Amity promised, Amity has delivered. Of course, we have many future bright prospects staring at us, which we are still to achieve. It's a work in progress, but Amity University has started well and already in its year of existence, as Amity is bringing such international level conferences here. In the last conference, I had been discussing with Minister Shermatov, who was then and who remains the digital technology minister of Uzbekistan. And he is very upbeat about cooperation with India. You even know that the IT park, the first IT park in Uzbekistan, which was built in Tashkent, was there with Indian technical assistance. Of course, government of Uzbekistan has done everything to create a very state-of-the-art IT park. And later, this experience was taken to other cities like Jizak, Bukhara, and other places. We are in close touch with the digital ministry, the Embassy of India, the government of India, and our plans and our cooperation plans are realized through these kinds of conferences, the brainstorming ideas which come up here, which would be the results of this conference which would be going on. And Amity University has a big role in realizing and actualizing those prospects which are being discussed. All the young minds here would surely benefit from the high caliber intellectual papers which would be presented here. I was told by Dr. Naina that the rush to participate in this conference was so much that you were obliged not to accept many papers. So I'm sure that this is the top of the quality, the cream which is being presented in this conference. And I would like to congratulate all the promoters, founders, faculty members, and the gurus of Amity University who have done their best to provide such kinds of conditions in Uzbekistan to our students in Uzbekistan to achieve what seemed unachievable even a few years ago. I want to assure the Minister of Digital Technologies through the Deputy Minister that India will be a good partner. Indian universities are keen to collaborate with Uzbekistan. Department of Science and Technology of India and Ministry of Higher Education, Science and Innovative Development are jointly funding India-Uzbekistan researchers in various sectors. 23 joint India-Uzbekistan research are already being funded, and we hope to achieve good results from that. I would only say that Amity University is blazing the trail, keep shining, keep organizing such kinds of conferences. And I'm sure that the students who are already now graduating from this university will find the best of prospects in the world. And I would like the Uzbek youth not only to shine in Uzbekistan or the region of Central Asia, but everywhere in the world. I know that many Uzbek students leave for higher research in best of the universities in Europe, USA, Canada, etc., India also. And I want that this internationalization of education and joining of hands in research will actually bring the best kind of results, not only in the field of IIT, but education, which is the path to progress in every country and which is well realized by the leadership of Uzbekistan by the joining of hands of India and Uzbekistan. I wish you all the best for conference. Thank you for inviting me. Once again, I'm sorry I was late. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, in Amity University in Tashkent, we look forward to engaging in insightful discussions, discovering breakthroughs. And it is now time for the curtain raiser event, for which I'd like to call upon stage our Group Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, sir, along with the Honorable Deputy Minister, Minister of Digital Technologies, Mr. Rustam Karim Janov, our guest of honor, Professor N.V. Varghese, the Director of AUT, Mr. Babur Abdullayev, and First Deputy Director, AUT, Dr. Naina Chaudhary, ma'am, for the curtain raiser event. Can we have a big round of applause for the dignitaries and the guests? So the first curtain raiser is of the Amity Innovation and Design Research Center. The Amity Innovation and Design Research Center, ladies and gentlemen, dear students, the Innovation and Design Research Center is in Amity University in Tashkent envisions the development of a culture of innovation among the students and young entrepreneurs. The Amity Innovation and Design Research Center offers an exceptional academic and research environment. The second center is Case Center, Amity University in Tashkent. The Case Center, Amity University in Tashkent, at Amity University aims to facilitate, promote, and advance the practice of case study development. Can we have the second Case Center, please? The Case Center, Amity University in Tashkent. It is all about knowledge and understanding in relevant fields and the industries here. The third, ladies and gentlemen, dear students, is Amity Center for Economics Policy Analysis, Amity University in Tashkent. The purpose of the think tank Amity Center for Economic Policy and Analysis is to conduct research, generate ideas, and provide evidence. Can we have a big round of applause for all the centers here? We have still more to come. The fourth center is AmiThink Club for Economics, Amity University in Tashkent. AmiThink Club for Economics is a forum that will provide a platform for Amity University Tashkent students to engage in discussions and debates on various economic issues of national and global significance. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Amity Think Club for Economics. Another center is Amity Global Career Center. Amity Global Career Center, which was also mentioned by our Group Vice Chancellor, is dedicated to connecting employability and education through a variety of solutions. Amity Global Center. It would also help build and nurture a global community committed to the solution-driven partnership and strategic collaboration. The sixth center, ladies and gentlemen, is Amity Alumni Center. Yes, we have the Amity Alumni Center here. Amity Alumni Center helps the global network of alumni remain engaged with one another with Amity. It works with the mission of foster and strengthening the relationship between the alumnus and alma mater while soliciting support for the mission of Amity. The seventh center, ladies and gentlemen, dear students, we have is Amity Center for Interdisciplinary Research. The Amity Center for Interdisciplinary Research, curtain raiser, ladies and gentlemen, has the main objective of forming a broad and inclusive understanding of any research topic, and the center provides various perspectives and can often lead to unique intellectual discoveries. So these were the centers of excellence in Amity University in Tashkent: the Amity Innovation Design Center, Case Center, Amity Center for Economic Policy, AmiThink Club of Economics, Amity Global Center, Amity Alumni Center, and Amity Center for Interdisciplinary Research. Thank you so much. I would request the guests and the dignitaries to stay on the stage because it is now time for felicitation of the guests. I would request Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, sir, Group Vice Chancellor, along with Dr. Naina Chaudhary ma'am and Mr. Babar Abdullah, sir, to felicitate our guests. The felicitation of His Excellency, Mr. Manish Prabhat, sir, Ambassador of India to Republic of Uzbekistan. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a big round of applause for His Excellency, Mr. Manish Prabhat, sir, Ambassador of India to Republic of Uzbekistan. It is an honor to have you here, sir. Thank you, sir. Honorable Deputy Minister, Mr. Rustam Karimjonov, Deputy Minister, Ministry of Digital Technologies, Republic of Uzbekistan. Can we have a huge round of applause for Honorable Deputy Minister, Mr. Rustam Karimjonov. Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we would also like to felicitate on behalf of Amity Fraternity our guest of honor, Professor N.V. Varghese, Director, CPRHE, UGC and Government of India, former Vice Chancellor and Ministry of HRD. Our guest of honor, Professor N.V. Varghese, sir. I once again welcome all the guests, dignitaries, and I would request all the dignitaries to please take their seats. Thank you so much.
we shall be moving on to a panel discussion on this inaugural day. For that, we'll be having our guests on the stage, and we are just managing the logistics now on the stage. And we are going to talk about something of IT, something of higher education, how IT is going to shape higher education, or how higher education is going to take up IT. I hope all of us well know this thing that Amity, when it came, it has become a remarkable place for IT. And this year, as we know from the Honorable President of Republic of Uzbekistan, goes for IT and English both. And in both things, we have been representing through you, all the students. So this panel discussion, which will happen today here on this stage, will mark another achievement for Amity University in Tashkent, where we shall be having rectors and representatives from industry CEOs who will talk about a very important topic, the topic which is shaping the future IT trends, their role in university education. Now, having degrees and diplomas, they mean a lot to you. Do we have students who already do IT jobs in them? So that is also good. So let's see this thing. How many of you already have IT jobs? I mean, you are working in IT domain. Is it all of you? When you work in the computer labs of university, you are employed. You are paying your time. You are doing a curriculum. That is also a job. And we are fortunate to be a part of ICT Weeks or Inno Weeks, or we do have students who are participating in NASA Space Challenges or the robot making competitions and all this. We did have a representation of Amity University in Tashkent in India, where they did get a prize as well. So we have this stage ready, and we are going to invite our panelists now. We request all the students to be attentive for this panel discussion, everyone. Yes, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, after felicitation of our special guests, we are graced with the presence of some of the distinguished dignitaries from some of the very renowned organizations for the panel discussion on shaping the future IT trends and their roles in university education. Shaping the future IT trends and their role in university education is a topic of paramount importance in today's rapidly evolving digital landscape. It underscores the critical role that information technology tends play in reshaping the way we approach and deliver education at the university level. Let me take the privilege to call on stage the moderator of the panel session, Mr. Babur Abdullayev, Director, Amity University in Tashkent, along with the panelist, Mr. Jamshid Inayat Khojayev, Rector, Turing Polytechnic University in Tashkent. Can we have a big round of applause? Mr. Bakhodir Ayupov, CEO, IT Park University, Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Mr. Bakhodir Ayupov. We also have with us Mr. Nosir Khojayev, Rector, Tashkent International University of Education, Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Professor Dr. Prashant Jamwal, School of Engineering and Digital Sciences, Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, Nazarbayev University, Kazakhstan. Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Dr. Prashant Jamwal. We also have with us Mr. Raj Sandhu, CEO, British Innovation, Knowledge and Advanced Learning Technology, a UK company. Can we have a big round of applause for all the distinguished dignitaries here? I would now hand over the mic to the moderator of the panel discussion, Mr. Babur Abdullayev.
Thank you. So we start. First of all, welcome one more time, all my colleagues, rectors of IT and universities, and of course, representatives of industry, CEOs of the companies. So as a moderator, I have a great chance to ask the questions which really gives me sleepless nights. And of course, I will ask our audience also, people, to prepare their questions. Of course, you must be having a lot of questions because these people who are sitting in front of you are the decision makers in the IT field and the IT educational field. So I think that you would be having a lot of questions, but First of all, I will ask as a moderator first question to start the conversation. We have, of course, all the panelists in the today are people with the, minimum time that they can give for the events which is organized by other universities. So they have lots of things to do. I know it, but we'll spend somewhere around half an hour. So the first questions, dear panelists, is why IT? Means why your universities or the field you had chosen to be the CEO of the company is IT, and why IT importance. I want all of you to speak about the importance. Is it important, and if it, then why? Thank you. Please. Yes, I'll just make a rule. I will not name anyone. So if anyone wants to speak, you can just take over the initiative and speak.
Good afternoon, dear ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for invitation, Mr. Abdullah. I'm a rector of Turin. Is this better? Sorry, I'm a rector of Turin Polytechnic University in Tashkent. Our university was established with Italian university, Politecnico di Torino, which is top-level university in engineering science from Italy. And at the beginning, when our university was established in 2009 here in Tashkent, we started as a fully engineering school. The 90% of all our faculties was mechanical engineering, energy, and so on. But just recently, last 4 or 5 years, the number of IT students become more, and now the number of IT students more than 50% in our university. We can see that there is tendency each year the number of IT students increasing, and we're focusing not only software but also hardware, and but trying to not mix but more involve IT to technical life, to engineering life, and you can see the number of electrical or hybrid cars is increasing, and all these transportation systems and remote control of automotive or controlling of pilotless cars become more popular in Uzbekistan also. And we can see that a lot of students interested in this kind of engineering and IT, especially for electrical cars. And for us, it's also very big challenge to reshape our education to these realities, to these changes. And we're trying to give this knowledge which required students recently. And as a Vice Minister, Mr. Karimjanov mentioned that the number of students each increasing, the percent of students increasing, and it's about 50%. But also accuracy between universities increasing, and we should always update our syllabuses, update our programs to fulfill these requirements from students, but also do very good research for innovating our education system, for shape of education itself. It shouldn't be like 10 years ago when in the classrooms the professors teaching, but we should reshape our knowledge transferring and researches That's why we do our best together with Italian professors, with our Italian partners. And it's just brief information. I will pass the word to my colleagues to
Thank you.
share with the experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Sorry. Bobriga will be taking a multi-dimensional approach to answering your question. Now, first, I represent ITPU University. This is the university established by a global IT corporation called EPAM Systems. This is a $14 billion company that we have been hunting for quite a while. Before being assigned as the CEO of this university, I was the deputy director of IT Park. And we, together with the director, set to hunt for this company because we knew that if we get this company to enter the Uzbekistan market, there will be a lot of other IT companies following it. Just like, you know, food chains like McDonald's, KFC, that, by the way, serve for a lot of companies as one of the indicators of economic development. As a very similar role is played by EPAM. So I'm not going to go into details how we did that, but long story short, we got the CEO of this company to physically come to Uzbekistan because having worked with a lot of IT companies abroad, we realized that, especially in Western countries, not only Uzbekistan, but Central Asia still remains as the gray zone off their radar. So we knew that they had a very minimal information about Uzbekistan. So once we got the CEO of this company coming to Uzbekistan, just as we expected, the decision was made to open the office of this company in Uzbekistan, which is, by the way, thriving. And by the way, EPAM is also known to be the biggest educational IT company in the world. So because it has set off its educational system about 20 years ago, we knew that we wanted one of its universities in Uzbekistan. So we organized a meeting for the CEO of EPAM with a lot of IT companies, with the Prime Minister, and the decision was made also to open the university. Why? Because more than 60% of our 36 million population was constituted by youth. So that was the main basis for the decision to open this university. And why EPAM opens the university? The main motivation here is to prepare young specialists for itself, which is a very important factor, because when you prepare IT specialists in your university for a general population, the private sector, that's one thing. Entirely different approach is made when you work for yourself, when you do something knowing that you will be using that tomorrow. So that way, an additional, it's 110% is given to the educational standard, because if you do not, that means that you are working against your own profit. So that's a very short story. Sorry for long answer.
Thank you so much. And I'm really grateful that these are university partners. We don't feel at Amity that this is our competitors or something. I'm very glad that we have a partners who can speak openly all the information about the university. Thank you. And we're switching to industry.
Yes,
it will be great to hear from industry, because Dr. We recently signed an MOU with you.
Correct.
And I know that your company is doing a lot of things for IT development. But the question is a little different for you. Of course, you tell us why IT, and then how do you feel Uzbekistan is good about IT education? Is it good? I mean, why are you in this region? Why you are in this market?
Sure. So I think answering the first question, IT touches every industry. So it could be legal, it could be agriculture, life sciences. Everybody needs IT now. I think that's quite clear. And a couple of the speakers before mentioned how it's moving towards an entrepreneurial property and entrepreneurial sort of degrees and studies. So that gives a good opportunity for the students here, I think, to experiment and fail while you're studying, which is a good era to be in. Going back to the second part of the question is Uzbekistan is I think obviously the largest population in Central Asia. There's a historical, the Al-Khwarizmi sort of historical part of the mathematics and a lot of the other sciences. There's a long history in that, which is important. You'll be surprised, even things like that. If you look at India as well, there's a long history in a lot of the sciences and obviously the IT department, IT industries built around the education system that has been historically developed there. So we have found over the last year and a half, we now employ an AI engineer full time. We were here last week and we actually got sort of 10, 15 contacts from Amity University students. So we conduct experiential learning. What that basically is, it's not just a CV anymore. Students will send a CV, I want to make a job, and this is all it is. Now, it's about what's your GitHub account look like, right? Well, what experiments have you done? Have you made a chess game? Have you done some Python coding? The ability of being able to see that from anywhere in the world gives everyone here, all the students, a great advantage in being to apply for many different types of jobs.
So much. Thank you so much. And Dr. Prashad, we know Nazarbayev University in Kazakhstan, one of the best university there. And thank you for being with us today. If you can just briefly tell us about the university and tell how IT is, what kind of role is taken in the university for IT.
Thank you, Mr. Director. Thank you for inviting. And is my voice clear to everyone? And can you hear me clearly? Because I can hear some echo here. So it's okay, fine. Yeah. So as Mr. Director said that he gets like sleepless nights thinking about how IT is going to change everything. And to tell you frankly, it gives us nightmares because students, they have access to everything nowadays. And teaching to students in the class, those students who have access to everything like internet and Google and various platforms. Now, how do you teach them something which is not available on social media or internet? And so basically universities for a long time have been centers of like learning, not just for students, for the teachers as well. So both teachers and students, they got to learn, got to work together. And we take IT as a potential for furthering education. It has many benefits, such as we can achieve standardization. For instance, in my country, let's say there are many universities, they teach courses maybe differently. But if we can get together and see each other what we are teaching, and then we can probably do some standardization. For instance, we can even benchmark ourselves with lectures from MIT professors or IIT professors, because these are all available on platforms like online platforms. For students especially, you have access to these. You're studying a course, for instance, you can listen to you can watch the lectures delivered by MIT professors, IIT professors, and then of course, your professors are not less than any other professor, of course. But what I'm saying is like, just not get restricted to the books. These days, you can have access to these platforms. And then apart from the standardization, this reach that we can have through IT is very important. We can reach out to, I come from Kazakhstan, which is 9th largest country by area. And so we have cities remotely situated and universities as well. And so IT can help us reaching out to the remotest place in the country, actually. And this distance learning platforms, they're helping us a lot. We have our own teaching and learning innovation center that is creating such courses and delivering to remote universities and reaching out to them. So this IT, in fact, is helping us in delivering education. In students, they come up with very interesting projects that I mean, someone, Raj said that university students, they are, uh, writing or creating innovative games, for instance. Even I can see students seeking admission to my university, they have done already before coming to us. They have already created their games and published them, and some even have written papers, something like that. So the standards have increased, and IT is also helping us in increasing these standards. Exactly. Coming out with startups, innovations, so these young graduates that we work with, all kinds of product lines is touched by IT in some way or other. And so the kind of startup ecosystem that you have in our university, it's a commercialization ecosystem. And I can see that there are different kinds of products coming out, going through this incubation innovation channel, but they do touch IT in some other way. So it really is impacting, and so it's affecting us in a positive way. Yeah, thank you.
I think you touched the key. I mean, the IT always helps and to increase the standards. But if you, for example, ask traditional faculty, do you want to use IT in your educational? They will say face-to-face meeting is always best. But if you go and ask students, they will say, why you are taking midterm and end-term exams from me when you can throughout the year evaluate me and give me the marks? I mean, use the IT for it. You use my recognition to understand my attendance or something like this. Youngsters will always be with IT, but traditional faculty members will speak that face-to-face meeting will not. So it should be mix of both. You gave the key that it will increase the standards, but of course, mix of both is very crucial.
We should evaluate about for our students. Our students should know that what they can do with what they have learned.
Yes.
And so, and for a teacher to know how much my students are learning. This evaluation system is always, essential. It has to be there. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Mr. Nosser, please. The representative of private university in Uzbekistan. You can speak in any language.
Assalomu alaykum, hurmatli konferensiya qatnashchilari, hurmatli talabalar. Ruxsat bersanglar, ko'pchiligiga ma'qul bo'lsa ham o'zimga ham aytmoqchi bo'lgan narsalarim rus tilida izoh bersam. Дорогие гости, дорогие студенты, действительно, на сегодняшний день IT проникло во все наши сферы жизни. На сегодняшний день в каждых университетах уже есть факультеты по обучению IT. Маленькие, большими направлениями, с отдельными направлениями, конечно же, и углубленным изучением. IT проникло во все сферы нашей сферы жизни, и в то же время, в последнее время, очень сильно влияет на обучение. Так скажем, система обучения полностью меняется в высшем образовании. Например, вот у нас есть господин ректор IT-парк, уже там система идет онлайн обучение. И, конечно же, здесь, в АМИТИ университете, совсем по-другому построена система обучения именно информационным технологиям. Но вот сейчас на панельной дискуссии я бы хотел поднять другую тему. Это тема искусственного интеллекта. И такой вопрос к здесь сидящим. Кто не использовал во время учебы искусственный интеллект? Все. К сожалению, в нашем университете тоже такое происходит. Это просто нам необходимо обсудить. Это, к сожалению, или к лучшему. Да, искусственный интеллект очень быстро развивается, но в процессе обучения, насколько он нам важен, насколько вы, как студенты, можете его использовать или же его использовать отчасти, и насколько должно быть self-studies, то есть самообучение. Вот данный вопрос очень меня, как ректора, и действительно гложет, беспокоит. Почему? Потому что многие работы выполняются не самостоятельно. Давайте вот это тоже такую тему обсудим. И было бы интересно ваше мнение узнать.
Да.
Спасибо.
Спасибо большое. Bahadur, you are the best person, I think, because you're fully IT. I mean, everything is online.
Absolutely, absolutely. There are a couple of points that I wanted to touch upon from what has been mentioned by our colleagues. Mr. Sandu mentioned a very interesting thing about the different ways being adopted now in universities, which very much resonates with what Professor Varghese mentioned during his presentation. That is absolutely the current trend that we should embrace. Now, online education, yeah, this is what ITPU is about. And thank you very much for touching upon this. And very interesting viewpoints have been mentioned here. First, this preference by the old school and the new school, which is youth. But nevertheless, it's not as simple as we may think. From the, intuitively, we would think that young people would prefer everything to be online. But we happen to know that that is not the case. Because our university started as a project with a lot of assumptions, a lot of hypotheses. A lot of hypotheses that we adopted have been confirmed. A lot of them have been just shaken by the reality. We thought if we say this is the first online university in Uzbekistan, that would be cool. However, what we didn't realize is our population already had certain stereotypes formed in their minds after the COVID period. When in Uzbekistan, just like in many other countries, system of education did not just halt, but continued in an online version. Of course, that comes with a lot of deficiencies. But what we should be happy about is that it didn't stop. Of course, it very much negatively affected the quality of education, of course. Some countries were more ready, some were less ready, but nevertheless, that happened. So parents, primarily parents, had already these stereotypes formed about online education. What they saw was an online education. And when they heard that this is a university where education is online, they said, no, thank you. We know what that is. No, thank you. Having said that, though, our experts, our honorable rector, Ben Betterson, makes a very clear distinction between online education and distance education. What we had during the COVID period was a distance education, where the same information is just transmitted through TV, through screen, exactly. However, on online education is a completely different paradigm. It's an education where a completely different set of skills is required. Approach to education is very much different. Project-based approach. It's not, when students come and start their semester and just go seminar, lecture, and then you assess. No, we gave them a project in the very beginning of the semester, which they have absolutely no idea how to do. And we say, if you fail this project, to deliver this project, you fail this discipline. So from that point, it is no longer the lecturer that wants the attendance of students. It is the students that crave for the attention for the time of a lecturer, because lectures and seminars are the only places where they are able to ask their questions. So anyway, it's just one of the examples. So yes, but never, at the same time, having this fully online did not work, because students wanted social life. University is about social life. So so a lot of changes that we needed, that we had to do. And finally, coming to AI, This is a problem that we face too. Not only ITPU, but EPAM as a company formed, gathered their biggest brains with the question, ChatGPT is here. It is threatening our education system. What do we do? We brainstormed a lot. When we say it's primarily EPAM. And you know what the decision was? The decision was to embrace it. You cannot fight the development based on AI. So we decided to take an approach very similar to what the humanity did when the calculators were invented. So instead of fighting the calculators, you just made your assessment, your tasks a bit more difficult, knowing that they will use calculator for basic things anyway. The same approach we are now taking as ITPU. We are now assuming that they will use ChatGPT. Moreover, we introduced in the electronic platform that our students used a new button, ChatGPT, because in Uzbekistan, there is no access to ChatGPT. For our students, we gave that access. Moreover, we started teaching them how to use ChatGPT, how to give prompts correctly. However, we are changing our education, our academic program, assuming that for basic codes, for example, they will use ChatGPT, which means that the final outcome of our expectation from our students is now a bit higher, which at the end will help us prepare not starting juniors as graduates of this university, but starting middle specialists. Sorry, thank you.
Thank you so much. I will tell you the. Thank you. I will tell you a small secret. Uzbekistan does not have access to ChatGPT, but all students here also, everybody is using it. Okay. I think now it's time to start a Q&A session. I have hundreds of questions to them, but I want to give a chance to audience also, to faculty members, students, whoever wants to ask the questions, please. Who is the person? Mike? Yes, working. You can ask. I saw this gentleman wanted to ask the question. Now it's open. Please, Mr. Alsher, please.
Good afternoon, everyone, dear rectors. So since IT, some jobs are disappearing, some new jobs appearing of this AI because of this developing of the IT, right? So what does it mean? Some people are losing their jobs and some new jobs appearing, and some, now I realize that some universities opening new departments. I've seen some new departments like e-commerce, electronic, right? It was just subject, now it became a department. So what do you think, what kind of new departments or new jobs will appear in the future, and what kind of jobs I think will disappear later on?
So open question, please.
Cool. Yeah, I can take that. I think that was a good follow-on point and a good question as well. If you replace the I in IT to ideation, right? Information now is easy to get, right? ChatGPT or whatever. So everyone gets worried about their job being replaced. If you're a lawyer now, obviously you can find the cases a lot easily. So come up with ideas. It is an age of ideation. And I was talking to one of the professors last week. Everyone, I think, tries to target, a unicorn, $1 billion tech company. That, you don't have to do that anymore. You can create a small product that might sell for $100,000, $200,000. I think there's culturally, we work also in the UAE, and obviously culturally, there's many, obviously the women will stay at home sometimes after they're married or when they have a child. They can have jobs because everything's now remote as well, right? So I think actually the jobs will increase. Your lifestyle could potentially become better, but you have to have ideas. You have to be creative. I think that's sometimes maybe, perhaps the younger people. I mean, as a company, we actually steal the ideas of universities through tech transfer. We don't come up with any. And so companies will always search out ideas. And I think the students are in a good position working with academics to do that.
Thank you. I think it was great. I think it was great to hear answer to this question from industry perspective, because in any case, if industry has a need, then universities will open all these departments and everything, of course. Please, next question. Dr. Danish, please.
Sir, well, very good afternoon. Myself, Dr. Danish. My question is especially to Mr. Bakhtiar. So what do you think about open book and open AI examinations for the students?
Come again? Open book and
open
open
book
AI.
and open AI. Because earlier the provision was for open book. Can you give an enlightenment about, can it be possible, or how it will affect?
Thank you. Thank you. That's a question. That is, by the way, one of the questions we are still pondering over as an outcome of our decision to embrace AI. For me, when I was 15, I had a wonderful chance to live in the US for 1 year, and for me it was a great shock to see that during exams they just give out books and say this is an open book exam. I would go like, what the heck do you mean? This is an exam. How can you have it an open book? So for me, it was a big realization that I then realized how effective it was. Yes, it was very effective. After many years, I had a chance to dive into the area of pedagogy, and I made a lot of experiments, different assessments around the open book examination, many other variations, etc. So I definitely know that open book, in combination with other instruments and measures that you take, because, and this is a very important part, you cannot just have a conventional way of teaching and then just give out the books and say you can do whatever you want. It's in order to make the open book assessment effective, you need to have a prior approach to teaching respectively. The same thing I can say about open AI. We have not figured out the details of how we are going to approach this yet, but this is definitely one of the things that we will have. Now, allowing our students to use ChatGPT, for example, or any AI-based instruments, of course, puts a lot of challenges for us, because that means that we have to come up with assessment types that would make it okay, or even require our students to use AI-based technologies. The reason we do that is we know that after they graduate, they will be using AI-based technology anyway. This is the reality. This will be the part of their jobs. So why not teach them now to make the most effective use of these technologies, rather than having them, stumble upon different problems and learn those tools for themselves. So we are approaching this problem coming from what they will be having after they graduate this university. So a short answer to your question: yes, we will be using AI, open AI types of.
Thank you so much. I think, Dr. Danish, eventually all the universities will come to this. Eventually, it's for us the question of transformation, because if we want to make it open, books and AI for the examination, first universities should transfer. I hope that students also understood what is open book and open AI. It is the ability of using AI and any books during the exam. So you will be able to open and use it. Do you want it? Who wants open AI and open book for the examination? Okay. See, Future is coming for this.
Absolutely.
I think we already short out of time. Now I ready to hit myself why I gave so much less time for the panel discussion, because it's really interesting. And but still, time is time. I think we should close, and thank you so much for participation for today, all the rectors. But guys, you see here the representatives of the best universities available in Uzbekistan. Nasser, yeah, Mr. Oster, representative or rector and representative of private universities in Uzbekistan. Then Nazarbayev, Kazakhstan University in Uzbekistan. Then the online university in Uzbekistan, Mr. Bukhadir Ayupov. Then Turin Polytechnical University from Italy. And of course, Indian University, Amit University, and the representative and CEO of IT company. So we were really happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us for today. And I'm sure people here will have a lot of other questions, but come with the knowledge. Thank you so much. So I will ask you to stay for a while.
Yes,
we have
sir.
a small closing ceremony.
Stay here. And all of you, open your both eyes as well as the AI intention, because this combination is the combination which says that we need to embrace technology rather than questioning it. And the analogy of calculator and AI is such an apt thing for us. We request Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, sir, to kindly come on the stage so that we can felicitate our panelists. Mr. Bobber is already here, so you will also join. All of you, a big round of applause for this wonderful beginning of the conference through a panel discussion. So first, we are going to honor and express our gratitude for participating with us. Mr. Jamshid Inayat Khojayev, Rector, Turin Polytechnic University in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Kindly accept this small token of gratitude, appreciation on behalf of Amity University in Tashkent and Amity Fraternity worldwide. And we are ready for a photograph as well to keep it in our memories, along with your clappings and applause for these guests. Thank you, Mr. Jamshid. Now we request Mr. Bukhadir Ayupov, CEO, IT Park University, Tashkent, Uzbekistan, to please accept this token. Thank you, sir. And we shall move on to honor our another panelist, and requesting just a few more minutes from our guests as well to be with us for the group photos. Mr. Nasir Khojayev, Rector, Tashkent International University of Education, Tashkent, Uzbekistan, please. Now we have Professor Dr. Prashant Jamwal, who's also there with us. He will also be taking this token from us. We have Mr. Nasir Khojayev, Rector, Tashkent International University of Education, Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Thank you so much. Professor Dr. Prashant Jamwal, please. And we have Mr. Raj Sandhu from British Innovation, Knowledge and Advanced Learning, Bikal Technology, CEO, Mr. Raj Sandhu, as well with us. And we also ask the students to come near the stage who perform the cultural performance. And we request, yes, Mr. Raj Sandhu, please. Honorable Minister, His Excellency Manish Prabhatji, Professor Varghese, we request you to join us on the stage for the group photograph with the panelists. And all the students will also make a line in front of the stage. You have already conquered the stage, so now you are here with us. And we request His Excellency Mr. Manish Prabhat, Honorable Minister Mr. Rustam Karimjanov, and Professor Varghese to be on the stage. All the students in their normal attire, still looking confident, are with us. And all of you, you need to be here so that we can give you some important information to BSc IT. You are supposed to be here. Don't leave. The students are supposed to be here. Sit down. BSc IT section 1, 2, and other semesters. You're supposed to be here. After the group photo, we have some important announcements. for you as well. Thank you so much, everyone. Dr. Supriya, we request you to please join. You're part of the students, please. Dr. Supriya, an Indian won by Uzbekistan's culture, prepared the students for this cultural performance. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We request Professor Dr. Anil Sarolia to be here, who is the head of DITE, the Department of Information Technology and Engineering, to propose the vote of thanks and give you further instructions and guidance about the sessions to be happening after this inaugural session is over. Please welcome for the vote of thanks, Professor Dr. Anil Sarolia, head of the Department of Information Technology and Engineering. With that, and a round of applause from your side for all the guests who have come today for the inaugural, the Minister, His Excellency, Mr. Manish Prabhatji. Thank you so much for being with us. And all of you, join us for the vote of thanks towards our guests and all participants.
Thank you, Praveen, sir. I would like to start this vote of thanks with just one phrase. An ignited mind is the most powerful weapon on the earth. An ignited mind is the most powerful weapon on the earth, above the earth, and under the earth. And this is the mind of an engineer, or we may say it's a technocrat. So a very good afternoon to everyone present here with the blessings of respected founder, sir, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, Chancellor, sir, Dr. Atul Chauhan, and Mr. Amol Chauhan, sir, Honorable Trustee, Amity Education Group. On behalf of Amity University in Tashkent, it is my privilege and great honor to deliver the vote of thanks who have made it possible in making the inaugural event of the conference a great resounding success. I would like to welcome our honorable guests, respected Group Vice Chancellor, sir, respected Director, sir, and First Deputy Director, ma'am, head of various departments, my fellow faculty members, and dear students. First of all, I would like to propose hearty vote of thanks to our honorable guest, Honorable Rustam Karimjonov, Deputy Minister, Ministry of Digital Technologies, Republic of Uzbekistan, for the gracing today's event. His words are, the country priority is in the IT education to increase the technological infrastructure of Uzbekistan, and which can be possible with the help of high-end research. So his quote was very, very interesting, and we need to be follow in our life. Always do the task with 100% dedication. So we are thankful to you, sir. I would like to thank His Excellency Manish Prabhat, Ambassador of India to Uzbekistan, for giving an excellent perception on the demand of high quality education with the latest trends and is now growing in Uzbekistan. And Amity University is playing an important role in it. We are very thankful to you, sir. I would like to thank our guest of honor, Professor N.V. Varghese, for his insight regarding global skill development. With technological advancement, the education bodies, especially universities, need to change their policy. They need to adapt the recent advancement so that the higher end education can be improved. I would like to express our profound gratitude to our Group Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, for his invaluable presence here today. His unwavering dedication and visionary leadership have been instrumental in guiding our institution to greater heights. I would like to express our profound gratitude to Director, sir, Mr. Babur Abdullayev, for his valuable guidance and support throughout. I personally want to express my heartfelt thanks to our First Deputy Director, ma'am, and Chair IEEE Conference, Dr. Naina Chaudhary, for her unwavering support and remarkable insights, which have been an instrumental in making this inauguration ceremony for our conference a decisive success. I would also like to thank to all the team members of ICTACS 2023 and faculty members of Department of IT Engineering for conducting this event gracefully. A special note of thanks to Mr. Dinesh Joshi, for his valuable IT support. This event wouldn't have been a success without the presence of our IT students, who have shown their great enthusiasm with their participation. Thank you, all of you, for your cordial cooperation and valuable presence. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you all the students. Now students, be seated so that our dignitaries will move out of the auditorium first. We invite all our panelists, our guests for lunch with the university directors and all the students, you will be joining back after 2, as instructed, as guided, as shared by your program leaders regarding the panels, which will happen after 2. So at 2 p.m. we gather here, and 2:15 we shall start the proceedings of the second half of this international conference. Thank you so much for being with us. Everyone, a round of applause for you, for everyone. And we shall meet again for the keynotes of technical sessions as well in this auditorium. Thank you so much for being with us.